Know that person who shows up late to absolutely everything. Dinner reservations, work meetings, even their own birthday party. Most folks assume they're just inconsiderate or disorganized, but research reveals something way more complex. Chronic lateness isn't usually about disrespect. It's about how certain brains process time, handle stress, and navigate the world differently than others. Here's what science actually found. 1. Time blindness is real. There's a neurological concept called time agnosia, where some brains genuinely can't estimate how long tasks take. Studies on executive function show these individuals aren't being careless. Their internal clock is miscalibrated. 5 minutes feels like 2. 30 minutes feels like 15. They're not lying when they say, "I'll be there in 10." Their brain truly believes it. This happens a lot with ADHD, where time perception is neurologically different from the average person. 2. The planning fallacy strikes hard. Behavioral economists identified something called optimism bias, and chronically late people have it in overdrive. They consistently underestimate how long things take, because they remember the one time everything went perfectly. Got ready in 15 minutes once. Their brain now assumes that's always possible, ignoring the 30 other times it took 40 minutes. They're not unrealistic on purpose. Their memory filters out delays and only recalls best-case scenarios. 3. They're adrenaline seekers. Here's a wild one. Research on personality and punctuality found that some late people actually get a rush from cutting it close. Psychologists call this sensation-seeking behavior. The stress of almost missing something triggers a dopamine hit their brain craves. They're not trying to be rude. They're unconsciously chasing that last-minute adrenaline spike because normal-paced living feels boring to their nervous system. 4. Anxiety creates paralysis. Sounds backwards, right? But studies on anxiety disorders show that fear of being late can actually cause lateness. The pressure builds so much that people freeze, restart tasks obsessively, or avoid leaving until everything feels perfect. This connects to something therapists call anxiety-induced procrastination. The more they worry about punctuality, the more their brain short-circuits. It's not laziness. It's their nervous system getting overwhelmed by the pressure. 5. Multitasking delusion dominates. Neuroscience research proves humans can't actually multitask effectively, but chronically late people haven't accepted this yet. They believe they can answer emails, make breakfast, and find their keys simultaneously. Psychologists call this task-switching deficit. Their brain keeps jumping between activities, and each switch costs time they don't account for. By the time they're ready, 20 extra minutes have vanished. They didn't waste time intentionally, they just can't accurately track it while juggling. Before you write off that perpetually late friend as selfish, remember their brain might be wired to experience time completely differently than yours. It's not always about priorities or respect. Sometimes it's neurology, personality wiring, or anxiety patterns they're still figuring out. That doesn't excuse it, but understanding it changes everything. Tap subscribe if this kind of psychology insight clicks for you, because we don't just call out behaviors here, we explain the brain science behind them.